Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 11. So, last time we had a very big focus on Kenny, and, we got to learn a bit of his backstory and how he got from where he was to where he is now, and he decided not to take the drug that turns you into a Titan, but now we have given it to Levi, so I'm wondering what Levi will do with it. That'll be very curious, because you can't really just take it, or else you're just gonna be mindless, right? But maybe, Zoe can research it or something. I don't know. I don't know if she can do, like, she's done a lot of experimentation. We've seen her looking at stuff under a microscope, like the crystal from Annie. So I mean, she does look at things under microscopes. So maybe she does have like that level of science smarts. But we do have like a full. I mean, History is the queen now. So it looks like she was being sworn in at like the end of the episode. So I guess we should have access to like the nation's scientists, Obviously they're going to have to learn a lot about it, but we have a lot of resources at our disposal now. So, yeah, it was a uh really interesting episode with, finding out that Rod's Titan wasn't fully formed because he didn't take it right, It wasn't injected, he just kind of licked it. So that makes sense. I do like that they kind of answered that question. But yeah, a lot of things happened, but I am excited to see what's next. So let's get started here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, and we obviously had the Beast Titan and stuff at the end of that episode, too, which was crazy as well. They're just waiting, chilling at probably the Eren's old house, it seemed like. Which, I mean, I guess, I don't know how the Beast Titan knows about it, but at least Rhina and Berthold would know about it, right? Like, they were on the scouts, and they talked many times about how that's their, like, ultimate goal, is to take that wall back and get to that cellar, so... Song's so chill. They probably only hear it a couple more times. I think there's only a few more episodes in the first core. Oh. Hmm. 2 months. Uh, hmm. Damn. Okay. Oh. Cool. Since it's going good, I'm guessing he is able to do it. Hmm. She's probably thinking about Ymir too. All kiddos having fun. Hmm. Oh shit. Mikasa, what's wrong? Oh, Mama Mikasa's here. Ah. Hmm. Oh, nice. Ooh. It's like a vertical battering ram. Damn. Hell yeah. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Oh, oh my god. Hmm. She likes him. Hmm. Who's this newbie? Oh, really? Seen some shit, man. We had to kill people. Look at his hair. What's up with that? He didn't seem too bad. I thought he was gonna be an asshole at first, but he seems pretty chill. Has anyone told him the theory that they think? I guess he was there at the end when they brought it up. Yeah. Did they leave her alive? Yeah. interesting. It's Mama Mikasa. He is very depressed sounding. Oh, that's the freaked out one, right? That was trying to fire the cannons at him. Maybe it's not that guy? He looked like he had the same sunken eyes. Oh, or it could be this guy. He kind of has like the sunken-ish eyes too. I mean, he did. Yeah, he did seem like he knew. Oh, interesting. I have just assumed he would have died. She was made to like run without food and stuff by him, right? Really? Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, hmm. Oh. Oh, that's young Hana's. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so at least. Hmm. Well, this just got more interesting. I guess I would explain how the coordinate got here, maybe. If he has it. Hmm. Huh. Hmm. I was almost gonna say, like, could this be his mom? Eren's mom, but I don't think so. I don't think her name is Carla. Chosen one. Hmm. Damn, so he got a little bit of a... I mean, it's ambition. A little bit of ego mixed with ambition. Hmm. Uh-oh. Don't lower your mask. Wow, he cured them. That's pretty crazy. Oh. Wait. Really? Wait, did I hear that right? I'll have to go back to that. Hmm. Damn. Maybe that was his mom. Then. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize her name was Carla. Hmm. Damn. Ooh. Yikes. Ooh. Hmm. That sucks. Still alive at that point. Ooh, okay. Damn. He does. At least for that one Titan. I mean... Shit. I mean, kid's gotta forge his own path, you know? Even if it's guided. Oh, shit. What all did he see? Damn. Okay. So... Okay. Fills in some of the gaps, but... Shit. She has a point. Hmm. No. I don't like this talk. Yep. Oh. Oh. Damn. That's gonna be kind of nice to hear. So, oh. Rengoku, set your heart ablaze. Oh, he was the one that did it! Damn. Wow. Hell of a story. Alright. No credits either. That just went right into the preview. That is it, guys, for episode 11. So, yeah, we have one more episode until we're done the first core of season 3. But anyway, yeah, so we had Keith Shada's, you know, their previous trainer. We did have in season 1, there was a moment where he like talked to himself and said like, Grisha, you'd be proud of your son or whatever, you know. So we knew that he knew the parents. I just didn't really think about that as being the guy, that he was talking about right here at the start of the episode. The sunken eyes, I mean, they both kind of have sunken-ish eyes, but it reminded me of the guy, I mentioned it during the reaction, but the guy with the cannon, back when he, like, made just an arm to stop the cannon shot, and the one dude was like, fire! And he had to be stopped by Pixis. But, yeah, so, I mean, really interesting storyline with this guy who thought he was, like, he kind of got, like, an inflated ego thinking he was special, where, I don't know, like, I don't know that people are really born special. I mean, I think they work for it, and some people, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Like, there are some people that are born special, but what they choose to do with it, and their different talents and everything, and how they choose to use and weaponize them and everything, and I think that's what makes the difference. Not like, I think he could have been. The thing is, he just went from, like, an extreme high to an extreme low, right? Like, he went from extreme cockiness of just being like, yeah, I'm special, I'm number one, I'm gonna change the world, I'm the best, And then when he realized he wasn't, instead of just being like, alright, I'm just average or maybe slightly above average, instead he crashed hard and he was like, I'm the worst, I'm no one, I'm nothing, I never will be. You have to be like, and it might have even been an excuse, like, instead of blaming someone else, like, I guess instead of blaming himself, he just blamed the circumstance of his birth, It's not his fault that he's not great, it's just the circumstance of his birth. Now, I want to go back to the wedding, like, I'm pretty sure that was the wedding scene, but it also said something there that had me a little confused. You jump back a few seconds, right here. Okay. I see. I think I looked down to write something down, or I didn't, or maybe I was, like, just thinking about something, and I didn't see how the two scenes were stitched together. We had Shada's becoming the commander of the Scouts, and everyone was saying, like, congratulations to him, And then it cut to him standing at Grisha's wedding, and everyone saying congratulations. And he said, like, congratulations. Didn't he say... Hold on, what were the words right there? Okay, no, he just said Dr. Jaeger. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so I guess I made the mistake of thinking, like, when they said, like, congratulations, you're commander of the Scouts, and then the guy said, and then it cut to this wedding scene and it said, congratulations, Dr. Jaeger. I was thinking, I didn't realize we were looking at two different scenes. So part of me was like, wait, was Eren's dad commander of the Scouts? I didn't even know he was, like, a soldier ever. It seemed like he was just a doctor, but no, that was just a mistake on my part. And then when I was pretty sure of my mistake when Shada's relinquished command to Erwin. So, yeah, I just wanted to go back and, like, see that scene and see where I made my mistake, But anyway, yeah, my point with the previous thing I was saying was, I don't think Eren's trying to say, like, I don't think I'm special, and maybe that's the case, but it doesn't mean you can't achieve things, Like, I don't think you should let it get you down. I think you should still have your goals, your motivations, and try to fulfill them, and who cares if you're special or not, whatever. And I mean, clearly, he is special, but don't let it go to your head either. Like, and I think that's a fine line where Eren, like, Eren went through what Shadis went through, but didn't crash as hard, right? Like, Eren thought he was pretty special with his Titan power, and then after the whole Rod Rice incident and realizing, like, the king's power that's been passed down and everything, he realized that he wasn't that special, you know? And he kind of had that excuse me. He had that breakdown moment where Shada's had the same thing, but with Shada's he kind of like completely crashed out and just seemed to have given up. You know, like he moved to the interior, he wasn't part of the scouts anymore, and he was just giving up. Whereas Eren didn't really give up, but he still looked down on himself, and now I think he's kind of coming out of it a little bit, especially after, you know, we had a little bit of a smile there at the end of the episode from hearing what his mom had to say. So, but really interesting that Eren's father was found outside the walls without any of his memories. Obviously, we know there's people in this world that can remove memories, so I'm just curious, like, is that what happened to him? And then I wonder if he was a Titan and just didn't realize it at the time. Like, was he the coordinate at that moment? Did they somehow, like, wipe his memory? Like, was he sent there for a reason? Did they wipe his memory and they sent him to this place? If he was the coordinate, I doubt they would, because why would they, like, get it lost? But maybe maybe if there's, like, another civilization out there or something that is trying to control this coordinate, maybe he realized what was going on, ran away, and maybe he like lost it. Maybe they like took his memory while he was running away or something. I don't know. I have no idea like when the memory loss could have happened, but yeah, I wonder if he tried to get away from that group and come seek refuge here, and then ended up passing on the coordinate to Eren when it seems like he turned Eren into a Titan, and then Eren ate his father. That was like the gist I got from the Rod Rice stuff, you know. And then that's when Eren became the coordinate and everything. So I don't know, just really, really fascinating. We built on Grisha a bit more. Like, obviously I knew we'd learn more about him, but I didn't think we'd start with a, you know, memory loss and appearing outside the wall mysteriously, and then they just brought him in and never really told anyone because he seemed harmless. So I wonder, like, through his life, did he ever get his memories back, or did he stumble upon things after, right? Like, that's what I'm curious. Like, once he was in the walls, is that when he discovered the things that are in the basement and what he was able to do to Eren and everything, or was that knowledge he had before that had been recovered? So very interesting stuff. I imagine we'll learn at some point, but in the very beginning of the episode, though, we did have kind of a 2-month time skip, right? It seems like, since she's been crowned queen. And since then, she's been going around to all the outer wall, like, all over the place to find orphans, and, you know, basically if anyone's crying, she wants to try to help them, and most notably orphans, because it makes sense, she was an orphan, you know? So she wants to... I mean, she did kind of have parents, but her dad wasn't around, and then her mom, like, wanted nothing to do with her, so she felt that loneliness at the very least, right? But yeah, she wants to help these, and also Ymir was an orphan too, someone who she really respects and everything, so it makes sense that she'd kind of gravitate towards helping those kinds of people and all that, so it's really nice that she's just kind of taking these orphans in and bringing them to, like, the inner walls and giving them a good life and all that, so very cool. We had the new weapons that they're working on. One, it looks like they're repairing the wall with Eren's hardening, which he is working on, and it seems like it's going pretty good. They pushed him to his limits, where he's, like, bleeding even outside of his form and everything, but it seems like he's able to do it for the most part, and he was able to, like, seal up parts of the wall and all that, and they were able to bait, like, they have just, like, a new designed weapon. I don't know like it seems so simple, but I guess it's just something they never really thought of before. But it's just a giant, piece of wood that they lure it down and then drop it on him, and it just hammers down on his nape, and I guess it does enough damage to the nape that it kills them. So this is kind of like I mean, I'm guessing maybe the cannons sometimes killed Titans, but it didn't seem very often that because you have to hit the back of their necks. They're typically walking at you, so you have to somehow lure them away from the cannons, but then not too far away, so that way it can still be within cannon range. But in this case, you can just have that, hovering above them, and you just have to walk them under it and aim it properly. And that's what Zoe was saying, is now we're just gonna just sit up here on the walls and not risk anyone's lives and kill as many Titans as we can. But that's really cool. I mean, that's something that it's the same thing with Walking Dead. Like, I would find a way to have some kind of walls, like in Walking Dead when they had the jail, and they did do it in the jail, but I would put as much manpower as we possibly had on just killing zombies through the fence, poking them in the head, just like they did there, and just like they did in Walking Dead, but I feel like they didn't give it enough attention. Like, sometimes they let it build up to, like, I would just, if there's one zombie there, I'd walk over there and poke it, Just kill as many as possible, and that's what I think they should do. And that's basically what Zoe's saying, is round the clock, we're just going to be bashing Titans. And yeah, I wonder if that will make any kind of dent in the population. Like, that'd be crazy. Who knows? Maybe months or, half a year from now, they might even just have, like, less sightings of Titans outside the walls or something like that, just because of how many they're wiping out. Like, obviously, I'm not saying there's no more Titans in the world, but maybe they're just all roaming off other places, right? But anyway, I didn't know that Shadis was the leader before Erwin, though. That's really interesting to find out. He and then I guess, just as he got older, he just became a drill instructor, So, man. Alright. Super, super interesting. I don't really know. I did like what Grisha had to say about, like, the scouts, saying, like, humanity still has the capacity to dream and everything. It's kind of a weird thing, because he didn't have his memories at that point, but it almost felt like his, like, I don't know. It felt like there was a part of him that still remembered things, and that or who knows, maybe we'll find out that he did remember the whole time, and that was a lie to Keith. I'm not sure. But it was just an interesting line where it almost felt like he had, like, given up on humanity or something like that, or he was told by wherever he came from that the people that are inside those walls are just cattle that have given up, But then he comes here and he hears what Keith has to say, and he says, "Oh no, it sounds like you guys are, like, the dreamers, So I just found that really interesting, and for someone that has, like, no memories, why did he have to say, like, it seems like you scouts are, like, the dreamers? Maybe he had heard enough about the people in the walls that he got the gist of it. I mean, I guess I can't remember whether him saying, like, explaining the scouts versus the normal people. Like, he talked about how people are just kind of living their lives content the way it is. So maybe he did say that part before Grisha's response. So he kind of got a vibe of, like, what people, like, as long as they haven't, like, what do you say? As long as they have enough food and beer, they're fine living like this, but the scouts are different. So that might have been before. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, the show never ceases to intrigue me with the information and where the story is going, and I'm just so excited to learn more. And now we might have. I'm hoping that this conversation, with that little bit of a smile I felt like at the end from Eren, might have helped with a bit of Eren's, like, depression that he's been in. It'd be nice to see him, get back to his old funk of, confidently shouting, "I'm gonna destroy them all," and But I understand his hesitation now too, finding out that they might all be people, so everyone you kill might be a person that if you find out how to save, like, if you could find a way to save them someday, then, what, like, all those ones you killed, you're gonna think, man, if only I held off, we could have saved those people, right? And same with, like, Connie's mom, like, that's where they kind of started talking about finding a way to save them. It really makes me wonder, and he said he was gonna, like, go to his village. I wonder if they left Connie's mom there and that's why they said that, or if they just thought of Connie's mom and then, but she really is dead. They did finish her off. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll get a quick scene with Connie, like they're talking to her or something like that. Which, I mean, I guess if she's completely immobile, I feel like it can't hurt to leave her there. But that it's also in the middle of a town, and if that town wanted to be rebuilt, then it's kind of a problem having a Titan in one of the buildings. So I guess we'll have to see what they choose to do with that part of the story and all that. So anyway, yeah, just excited for more. One more, and I wonder how we're gonna do this last one. Like, are we gonna end it on like a bang, or are we just gonna kind of have some more conversations and then save, like, just have a little build up or something and save like the hypeness for and like taking back the wall and everything for the second core? We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. There's 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier if you want more of this show, and others has early access as well. And then there's the Patreon show tier where you get shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet. Things like Free Rin, Solo Leveling, and then The Expanse for live action. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.